Hey EMbers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 2 of my Astro Bot playthrough. So, last episode we finished Creamy Canyon, we just have one of the secret worlds to find, and Sky Garden. This is of course a blind playthrough, so at the time of recording I didn't know what the secret worlds were, so we do go back in a future episode and grab those. So, where are we headed to now? It looks like we are heading to Aztec Trail. So the game is telling us to go back to the hub world. I've forgotten what it's called. We haven't actually been there yet because I just wanted to look through all the levels. So here we are at Aztec Trail. And again, there are going to be times where I cut certain things out because, like I say, this is a blind playthrough. So there are some things that took me a lot longer than they should have done. Let's just say that. I am not the best platforming player in the world. So for this, you have to slide along and find the one that is vibrating the controller. I wasn't getting a vibrate on my controller really, so I had a hard time figuring this out. So I am going to do a jump cut here right at the beginning to get this sort of out of the way because this took a lot longer than it needed to. So we're back. Yes, I did just cut out about 2 in-game minutes. Some things I find harder than others. It took me a while to figure that out. I don't know if my controller was glitching, I don't know, but I just wasn't getting the vibrate for that. Anyway, let's move on. So this is, I think it said Aztec Canyon, something like that. And again, we are looking for bots as a primary goal, but we also have to look for puzzle pieces and secret worlds, that kind of thing. And again, I do apologise for some of my camera angles as I'm filming this. Again, it's a blind playthrough. I wanted to look at everything and see everything, and I forgot at times that I was actually recording. So that's why some of the camera angles get a little bit janky. So here is our first bot of the episode, rescued. I just love this effect. Don't ask me why, I just think that's absolutely beautiful. I love autumn anyway, it's my favourite season, so those leaves just make me irrationally happy. So, like I mentioned in yesterday's episode, of course the first episode, I am putting these videos up every day. That's not usual for my channel, so hopefully you don't get too exhausted. Now, hopefully I can figure this one out a lot quicker than I did the previous one, so we don't have to have a jump cut. There we go. So this is where we get our ability for the world, and we have these like sort of punching things. They're like a spring. I don't know how to describe things, but you'll see how they work. So you can't actually see them at the minute. I am going to turn to the side so you can see what they're actually doing. So you can punch things from quite far away. So let's give that a go. I left that one a little bit close, didn't I? And again, just sort of looking around for bots and puzzle pieces. Like I said in yesterday's episode, the first episode, this is not going to be a speedrun by any stretch of the imagination, so if you were looking for something like that, that's not this. This is me just taking my time, experiencing the game for the first time and having an absolute blast. I think this game is so beautiful, visually stunning. I honestly love everything about it. There are some levels that I don't like. Like I say, I'm not a speedrunner. I felt really bad about that. I'm not a speedrunner, I'm not great at platformers, so there were some sections, I don't want to spoil it too much, that I did not like, and you will see a lot of editing with those. But overall, I really, really enjoy the game. So here we are, we've found our second bot. Hiding in here. So I just ran into a cactus ball thing and killed myself there. Yep, that's the thing. Don't ask. So again, like I said in part 1, there will be some moments where we have silence from me because I can't narrate over everything. Sometimes there's nothing to say, you know? So I hope you just enjoy the ambience and the music, because I think the music is gorgeous as well. Honestly, I can't say enough good things about this game. I love it. I really do love it. As I mentioned in last episode, I have only played Astro's Playroom in terms of the Astro series, and I just love this. And who's that over there? Crash Bandicoot. I do know that one. I said before I may not know all of the references for the bots. Spinning marsupial, not to be confused with a naughty dog. I loved that reference. That made me chuckle out loud when I was recording this. So some of the Easter eggs, like I've said, I might not know, so let me know in the comments if you know them and I don't. I loved this. Very Crash themed. Love it. I didn't really like Crash Bandicoot as a franchise. It's not really my thing, like I say. Terrible at platformers. I was definitely a Spyro girl. But I do appreciate all the nods. They're so cute. It's just wonderful. It really, this game, I can't explain it. It really makes you proud and happy to be a PlayStation fan. That's how I feel anyway. So we've got our first puzzle piece as well. And I thought there'd have been more of a secret up here, which is why I'm like whacking trees and hearing the sounds of them, but not really. There's not really that many secrets up here. And I just love Astro's sort of idle animations as well. Just, this is me just taking a moment to have a look around the level. It's just beautiful. You will hear me praising this game a lot during this playthrough because I really do believe it. I'm not just saying it for the sake of it, I promise you. I really, really like this game a lot. And as I mentioned in part 1, I haven't finished playing the game at time of recording because I'm recording the gameplay, then I'm narrating over it, editing it, putting it on YouTube. So I haven't actually finished the game at time of recording. But even without finishing it, I am going to say it is my favourite game of the year so far, without a doubt. So there is something to do here, but I didn't know what it was at this point in time. So I do know there's something to do here. But like I say, I didn't know about the secret worlds and such, the secret levels, because this is, like I say, I've said it about 100 times, a blind playthrough, so I didn't know. So we do come back to this location in a future playthrough, in a future episode. Please bear with me. It was a bit of a whim to put all these episodes up every single day, so I am getting there. This is what I wanted to do. Here we have another bot, but it is quite tiring. So if I make some mistakes here and there, please forgive me. You can hear my tummy rumbling as well, I do apologise for that. As I've said, some of these levels are bigger than others, which you'll see as we go on. I love the new enemy types that I've seen so far. I haven't even seen all of them yet. I'm not even a quarter of the way through the game as I'm narrating this part, so I'm really excited to discover it. And it reminds me very much of Spyro, which I love. I love a lot of the designs for the worlds in Spyro, and this is, like I say, it reminds me of it so much. It's probably why I love it so much. So you can see another bot stuck in a tree up there, so let's give this tree a whack. It's so funny how you have to hit the bots. So we have 2 more bots to rescue on this level, and 2 more puzzle pieces, I believe. And of course, like I say, a secret world, which we will get to when we get to in the playthrough. So here is our second puzzle piece. At this point in time, I didn't know what the puzzle pieces were for either, because it's asked us to go to the hub world, but I haven't gone yet, so that's why I didn't know. I really like the idea of these Russian doll type enemies as well. And again, of course, I'm just checking everything to make sure I haven't missed anything. Nearly died there. Made a few mistakes. I wanted to make sure there was nothing up at the top of that. I don't think there is. But we do have a bot here. So we have one more bot to find on this level, and it looks like he is themed, or they are themed. I love the themed bots, I really do. Even if some of the references do go over my head. Now this, I made a mistake here. Yeah, I did die. I should have been on the first platform to do that. That is definitely a mistake on my part. We'll see how we get on with this playthrough, but I may need to cut out some deaths. I'll put it that way. It's no fun to watch somebody die over and over again, eh? So I realised with this that you have to go back and stand on top of them. Again, apologies if you can hear any traffic noise. And with that, we have our last puzzle piece for this particular area. I need to figure out what to call them. This location, this area, this world. I have to figure that out. This level. Maybe level. And what I find really fun, and you'll see as the playthrough goes on, is figuring out which way you should go to not end the level, if you know what I mean. Figuring out where all the secrets might be before trying to end the level. So with that, I found this really fun. You can change the camera angle, but they want you to play this as more of like a 2D side-scroller. And I am absolutely shocking at these types of games. I remember playing, like I say, Crash Bandicoot. I was never any good at Crash Bandicoot. I'm trying to think of other games like this. Pandemonium on the PlayStation 1. I love that game, but I'm shocking at stuff like that. And with that, we have our last bot, and I believe this is from Jak and Daxter, right? Eco Warrior, left a legacy worthy of the precursors. So I think that's Jak and Daxter, right? Do you know what? I'm going to say something. I've never actually played a Jak and Daxter game. I know about them, I've just never played one. So you'll have to let me know if it would be worth me going and playing Jak and Daxter. But again, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that was a Jak and Daxter model there. And now we have a sort of boss fight here-ish, which is always quite fun. Oh my goodness, my stomach is rumbling so much, I do apologise. I am cutting it very fine with how close I'm stood to them. I was also trying to see if I could spot any Easter eggs in the crowd. I personally couldn't, but you'll have to let me know if you can, if there are any. I can't wait to read, when I've finished playing the game, all the Easter eggs that I missed. So yeah, this is again me just looking around the crowd, seeing if I can spot anybody, and I couldn't. So with that, we have finished this level. And again, I completely missed that. Oh dear. So are we actually going to go back to the hub world this time? We'll have to wait and see. Are we actually going to do what the game is telling us to do? Let's have a look. So again, everything done there but the secret world. So with that, I have unlocked another secret, which is Rolling Star Solar, 1 bot. So let's go ahead and give that a go. So these are sort of smaller levels, as you will see. But for some of these, I really struggled. So not so much this one, but some of the, I think the triangle levels, if you know what I'm talking about, you'll see them in future episodes. So we'll have to see how much I end up cutting out of these. And I just ended up completely throwing that when I was supposed to be jumping on top of it. So this is an armadillo. It's just so fun. How did they come up with this kind of thing, honestly? And again, we'll see how much I end up having to cut out. But I will be honest with you, I'm not going to tell you I did it first time when I didn't. I don't know what I was trying to achieve there. Didn't know if I needed to kill it or not, but no, it's there to mess you up, shall we say. And this is my first death because I did a double jump. So we'll see how many deaths I end up having. If it goes on for too long, I will cut it out, obviously. I'd love to tell you when I do the cutouts that I did it first time, but we'll all know it's a lie. But again, as much as I love this game, these kind of things I'm not great at, to be honest. So that one wasn't too bad, only 1 death. And we got a bot. Aspirational cat to purr is human. Again, I don't know if that's a reference to anything or if that's just a design for this game. I was waiting to see if a box would come up and it didn't, so off we go. So with that, we have finished that one. Are we going to go to the hub world yet? We have got 22 bots. No, it looks like we're opening up another one of these. So this is Retro Rampage 1. And again, there's 1 bot here, which is themed. So let's go ahead and see who it is. And I don't know why, but this one just made me very happy. Most of the levels do, to be honest, but I got such a nostalgia from this one, which I'm sure is the point. So, again, bunnies, but evil. It's not fair. And I was completely not paying attention, so I didn't even notice this giant bunny spawning. And here is our bot. And it is Disciplined Warrior. You must defeat his Dragon Punch to stand a chance. So I have no idea what that's from. I'm guessing I'm going to guess based on dragon, double dragon. I have no idea, if I'm honest. You'll have to let me know if I got that right. So we now have 23 bots out of 304. And the game is still telling us to go to the hub world. Again, I'm sorry, I forgot what it's called right now. I just love the sound those made, so I spent a little bit of time playing in those. We have a puzzle piece there. I just love how things pop up randomly. Honestly, I love that, yeah. So, no, we're not. I thought we were going to go back and do what the game says. Nope. Instead, we are heading to Construction Derby. We will do what the game's asking us to do at one point. And this is my mistake because I keep forgetting to fly. So, yeah, I messed up there. I keep forgetting to fly on these sections. But I did manage to grab the puzzle piece, thank goodness. So here we are at Construction Derby. And again, just taking it in. I feel like this was a really well done level, but it's not one of my favourites, no. I definitely prefer the more whimsical fantasy type ones. And I thought this was quite a large level compared to some of the others actually. So I do spend a bit of time messing about with the trees, whacking them, seeing if anything happens. You just never know with this game, as you've seen. Throwing about the barrels a little bit. Just generally messing about. And again, I don't know if this gorilla is unique to this game or if it's a reference to a past PlayStation game. I don't know. So again, you'll have to let me know with that. I know in Astro's Playroom, spoilers if you haven't played it, the end boss is kind of the dinosaur. Well, originally it's the dinosaur from Tomb Raider. That's all I'll say. So again, with the gorilla here, I don't know if it's a reference to anything. This is me realising I could climb these, so I went back to the other one. And there's just a little bit of a warning here if you are scared of heights. My camera angles, like I say, don't leave much to the imagination. So just a warning here if you are frightened of heights for this particular level, because we are going to go quite high. I don't know, this is just so random to say, but for people who are scared of heights, let me know something, because I'm personally not scared of heights. Does it feature in games you play? So if you have a phobia of heights in real life, can you go to some heights in a video game knowing that you're safe kind of thing, or does it still trip you out? I'm sure there was a better way of saying that, but you know what I mean. I'm personally not scared of heights, so this doesn't bother me, but I know it might upset a few people, so just, you know, make sure that, I don't know, make sure that you're okay with it, but I mean, you've seen it now, so I did try and give you a warning in advance, but it didn't go very well. But I know for some of my phobias, they do definitely translate into video games. We have a bot here, let's grab it. They do translate into video games and movies, TV shows, that kind of thing. So, yep, our first bot of this level. So yeah, if you do have a fear of heights, let me know if games bother you. And we're off. And we've got our second bot here. And like I say, this level is quite long compared to some of the others that we've done. Yeah, don't even attempt to jump to that. I was just making sure there wasn't anything secret there, but there isn't. Now this one, you get a magnet, which is fun. And of course what you have to do is throw the magnetised pieces to where it's telling you to throw them. Fairly simple there. This is a fairly simple game in general. I'm just, again, not good at platformers, so it might be simple for other people, but look, I've died. Do you know what I mean? Honestly terrible. I'm shocking. But this is so enjoyable to play, really, really is. As I say, I am currently playing it as I am editing these, and I'm having an absolute blast. So up we go again. I figured there might be a bot on one of these, but I think it's just coins. I thought there might have been a bot or a puzzle piece. And again, I'm so sorry if you don't like heights. So we're going to get the magnet again. These levels are just so cleverly designed, aren't they? And again, we're off up again, so back up we go. And I'm so lucky I didn't just fall off to my death there. But we're going to have another ability here, and I love this one. So you get a little dog, and you can run incredibly fast. I love this one. It's like a dash. So cool. I did have a lot of fun with this. So I did end up getting a trophy here as well. I'm not going to remember all the trophies, but of course you have to do that. Now I am going to do a jump cut here because I didn't realise I popped a trophy for this, so I thought you had to do this multiple times. So I spend a lot of time doing this, so I'm going to jump cut because it's literally me just doing this, hoping for a trophy that never arrives. So we're moving on. I didn't realise that I'd already popped the trophy for that. So I've literally just cut out about 2 minutes of gameplay of me literally just kicking that ball into the basketball hoop. So of course there are multiple ways to go here. And we do miss something, but don't worry, we do come back for it. So this is me trying to figure out how to get over there, and I realise you use the dash. And we now have our second puzzle piece out of 3. This is just me being determined to do everything I can. And again, you can see that I have missed something, but don't worry, we do come back. Once again, apologies if you can hear any traffic noises. I'm trying my best. So for this, you don't need to jump like I did, just a dash. Very nearly died there, if you noticed. What a surprise! It is so loud today outside. I am so sorry about that. So I thought a bot may have fell in here, so I spent a bit of time messing about with these. There's actually nothing underneath there as far as I'm aware. So this is me just trying to get on the blooming ladder. And we do have our third bot. Of course, this is me noticing that I've missed one. So I do end up going back just to grab the one that I missed. Again, I am aiming not only to play the game, but to complete it, to platinum it. So you might see a little bit of repetitiveness, a little bit of back and forth thing. And like I say, unfortunately, I forgot to do it so that you would see trophies popping. So you can see if we get the platinum. Unfortunately, I forgot to do that again, so I am sorry about that. Now this took me a lot longer than it needed to. I think I was getting tired at this point. I was playing quite late at night, so I was just getting a little bit frustrated. So this takes quite a while, and you don't need to see my numerous fails, so I might do a jump cut here till we get to the bot. So here we are, I've nearly made it. Again, I've skipped out about 2 minutes of me just trying to do this. And here we are, the bot that we missed. So we still have 3 more bots for this level, 2 are themed, and I think 1 more puzzle piece. So with that, let's get going and carry on. Again, I am going to be cutting certain bits out because you don't need to see me doing the same thing over and over and over again. So here we are, pretty much back to where we were before. And I've just seen this back way. Again, you must make sure you hit those at the right time. I think you get 100 coins. Not bad. So we do have a newer enemy type there, of course. Again, it's the struggle of figuring out which way it wants you to go and which way is a secret. At least when I was doing this the first time, I had no idea which way it wanted. So I went this way, but this is the way you go to continue the game, so we're off back down to get that other bit. And I very nearly didn't make that, because I didn't realise they were making a path over to the other side. So as you can see, we do have a bot to rescue there. And it took me a little minute to figure this out, because I was trying to see if we needed to hit him. You don't, you need to make a path. And I think the reason this took me a while to figure out was because I didn't see before that they were making a path outside. So I do mess this up once. I think we get it the second time. Let's have a look. And this bot, as you can see, is, I don't know the name of the game, but it's a rapper dog, right? So Papa the Rapper or something like that. I can't remember the actual name of the game, I'm sorry. Again, it's not one that I've actually played. Love-struck lyricist, a cool pooch with the power of self-belief. So I do know who he is, but it's not a game that I've played, unfortunately. I feel like I need to play all the games that are referenced in this now. So again, we need to move that bar. And this is our second photo spot, I think, of the playthrough. They're hilarious. Bit of a gross one, that one. Anyway, let's carry on. Trying to get this guy out of the way first. And yeah, that's why. So another death there. But at least we didn't have too far to go back. So again, there are two ways. So I'm going to go this way. And that was the right decision, because here is another bot. And we have one more bot for this level, who is also themed. Very nearly missed that then. So again, just looking for one more bot, and I think one more puzzle piece. As you can see, like I say, this is definitely a longer level. But with that, we are of course going to head up the crane again. Might not have bothered if I'd have known it was just coins. That was a risk and a half, but it paid off. So again, non-friendly bunnies. So I did notice something down here, so let's head down there. And hopefully this is our last puzzle piece, let's see. So I do need to change my vibration sensitivity on my controller for this part, I think. Because you find out which one, like I say, you've seen it earlier, you find out which one it is by the controller vibrating, and mine isn't. But yes, that is our final puzzle piece. So just one more bot to find on this level. And then we might do what the game tells us to do, eh? So I was ignoring that enemy straight away. And you can see our final bot there, so let's get him. Again, he is themed. I don't know who he is though. This is Shredding Sheep. Why rap when you can shred? So same game, I imagine, those two. A game that I haven't played, unfortunately. So with that, I was trying to figure out how to move on. And it looks like you do need to defeat this enemy to do so. But I died doing it. So that's nice and frustrating. So let's try that again, shall we? Except I think this is me realising that we didn't actually have to do this, so I died for nothing. Because you can just use your dog to go through the glass. Like that. So that's what I'd missed before. And with that, we have another terrifying platformer section. You know things are about to happen when the music changes. So we're just not fast enough for this, and we do end up dying this time. So let's try that again, shall we? Not forgetting that we have an ability to help us with this exact thing, which is why the gamers give it us. And here we are at the end of this level. And I believe we've done everything we need to do in this level. I can't remember if there's a secret world in this one. Let's see if we can get this. Yes, we can. 100 extra coins. Absolutely lovely there. And with that, I believe that is the end of this episode. So please join me again tomorrow when we will do part 3. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. Oh, this is unlocking now, but we'll do that next time. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye EMbers.